Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise out of concern for violence that's been done against women as someone who has prosecuted such things and has sentenced many men to prison for such things. I want to be part of a solution toward mitigating and stopping the violence against women. But I can't vote for this bill in its current form when politics, as my friends have said, has been played with it here, because I've heard the testimony repeatedly as a judge from experts. I've read the studies, and the literature, psychiatric literature, indicates that the studies show that women who have been through sexual assault are more likely to experience post-traumatic stress disorder than even soldiers on a percentage basis. And one of the things that can trigger the trauma coming back is a man coming into a confined space like a restroom, like a dressing room, like a battered women's shelter, and they're living it again. Why would we do that? Why would we have a bill that forces that kind of trauma back on women that have been through enough? But this bill, in the name of equality, says women are not going to be able to have a safe place from biological men. No, we're going to force men, and under this bill there will be lawsuits. A homeless shelter, a shelter for battered women, and it's shocking how much of this still goes on. But they will be subject to lawsuits if this bill becomes law, and you will have people forcing, the government with all its power, forcing shelters for battered women to accept biological men, no matter how traumatic it is for the women that have suffered domestic abuse from men, from sexual assault from men. For heaven's sake, can't we compromise in the name of really helping women without, and I understand the concern from the colleagues across the aisle is we don't want to hurt the feelings of someone who is biologically a man who thinks they're a woman. So we don't want to hurt their feelings. Therefore, it's worth the risk of all the trauma that will be relived by women by forcing men into those confined situations. There are other alternatives instead of making women suffer more than they already have. This Violence Against Women Act, the way it's currently written in its current form, will do additional violence to women, and it's something that I just can't support. I wish my friends would worry about the concerns for men that think they're women and suffering from gender dysphoria or dysphoria in some other bill, but let's use this one to protect women. I yield back.
The gentleman from